Our plan was simple. Keep sailing, keep exploring, and keep chasing that next horizon. It is why we sold everything to buy a boat and document our lives sailing around the world. But sometimes, something unexpected sets us onto a new course. Here, on a Caribbean island, the story we found isn't about us. It's about something fragile, and yet so powerful. Something deeply human, and being forced to look that reality in the eye. We came to film, and to pass through. Our motto is, after all, stories worth sailing for. And this was supposed to be another chapter in that journey. Instead, it was the story worth staying for. And it begins before we arrive. Welcome to Curacao. This is Ascension Bay, in the midst of an environmental crisis. It is full of sargassum, a floating seaweed which, due to warming sea temperatures and agricultural runoff, is now drifting across the Atlantic Ocean in thicker masses than ever before. Not good for boat life, but far worse when it hits land in its tons. When it hits islands and clogs up inlets and bays, all the creatures there are trapped. They overheat, suffocate, and die. Unless, of course, a small group of volunteers risk themselves to save them. The clean-up efforts are huge, and the death well documented. But 23 souls were saved that day. 23 turtles that are going to unite an island. Something very exciting is happening. It stopped raining. Not that that's the exciting bit. It's rained since we've got to Curacao. We brought the awful weather we had on the sail down with us. It's apparently very uncommon for this time of year. But we had a beautiful, beautiful sunset yesterday. And we have booked in to do what we're calling turtle theory tomorrow with Sea Turtle Conservation Curacao. And we do 3 sessions, and that means that we are trained turtle conservation volunteers and get to partake in all the activities that they're doing, which we don't really know what there is, do we, Tony?
No.
And yeah, really nice to give back to a place where we are. We don't get that opportunity very much. And I'm really excited for it. I've got a good feeling in my bones. Could just be because I really like turtles. But nah, I've got a good feeling about it. So really excited to get started on that. The outside is unassuming, but the inside is everything turtle. And this is where we first meet Ard, the field director who you saw earlier rescuing turtles in the sargassum.
Saving sea turtles starts with you. It's a lot of things we do: rescues, rehabilitation, research, environmental awareness. Rescue and rehab is the first one. That's, let's say, the turtle ambulance.
After some theory and cool case studies, it's time to go outside and get a little more hands-on. I will fed cat. Wish?
I don't know.
We are triangulating to find a turtle nest, which is super exciting. Oh, come on. So, oh gosh, it's a bit dark. Should have brought a head torch.
Bryony has forgotten in her excitement to mention that this is a practice nest with golf balls which Ard buried earlier. Unfortunately, it seems as though some kids on the beach might have dug them all up.
The next session saw that rectified, and after learning more field skills like identifying turtle tracks, we are ready to get to work. The blue shirts marked us as part of the team. But the ocean was about to teach us that real conservation isn't found in a manual. is written in the sand, the sweat, and the stories we never saw coming. Always getting ready. So we've got the tent here, which is where we're going to take the turtles we catch to. This is the holding area. We've also got tables set up, which we'll show you in a bit, which is where all the turtles have been caught. We'll take them there and do the measuring. There's quite a lot of people, there's a process, everyone has a role.
Alright, the cliff lady. There's at least two.
There's two already, beautiful.
Yeah, over there. Nice. Stay there.
Fun fact, elite human swimmers can hit peaks of 6 miles per hour, that's 10 kilometers per hour speed in the water. Green turtles can do double this. Our work is cut out for us.
Hold it like a burger. Firm. Yeah. A little bit more to the right.
I think there's one just there.
With Ard showing how it's done, we quickly learned that conservation can sometimes be more sweat than science. It's a grueling dance of teamwork and physical grit, all while politely convincing panicked tourists that we aren't the villains and to please stop helping the turtles escape our nets. If you're wondering what happens once the turtles are caught, stay tuned. We played the role of water team today, but next time I stay ashore to walk you through everything that happens once these creatures hit the sand.
Put the fingers inside, it's okay. That's it. On the tip too, yes. So there's a bit of notch left for you. The same here, your fingers inside. Other hand, yep. And then you're going to put up the head to breathe. Oh no, although there's no, that's breathing. Perfect. Now you let her go slowly. Yep. There she goes.
We are sailing!
We're sailing. That was my
Motoring.
dislocated arm, by the way.
We are sailing or very possibly just motoring.
I think we're going to be motoring into the wind to get to Klein Curacao, which is a small island just off Curacao.
So we are going to be doing turtle patrols there, including night ones to hopefully see one laying. And just snorkeling, swimming. The water looks almost Bahamas blue from the photos that we've seen. We are out this evening first, for the turtles, to a potluck we were invited to slightly last minute. Bless, they were going to have like a barbecue bonfire thing and I had to explain that there are turtles nesting and ruining everyone's fun for the sake of these turtles. Like, please don't, you'll disturb them and they only have 3 days a year when the mums can lay, otherwise they just expel the eggs into the water. I gave the sob story, and they very kindly, they were really actually more than happy to change it just to like a potluck on the beach if it meant that there's a chance they could see turtles laying. So they were fine with it because they were really excited therefore to maybe see a turtle. One had better arrive now. Sunset. time to go on a night patrol with fellow liveaboard sailors with red torches so as not to disturb any turtles. We find a nest. So you can see, focus it, the tracks where Mummy came up. And there's the egg chamber where she'll lay her eggs and then she'll scoot forward slowly, recovering everything with her legs.
Thankfully, the next morning, 3 others came across on the Big Mermaid tourist boat to show us newbies how it's done.
And this is where we first meet Ingo, STCC's very hard-working field assistant and an experienced turtler.
I'm gonna take some pictures of the tracks.
Yeah.
And after that we're gonna start digging, looking for the eggs.
The nest we found last night is measured up, and carefully they dig to confirm eggs. This was somehow the easiest part of the morning.
Well, first activity.
Oh yeah.
Quick confirm.
Beautiful.
And after that we have Turtle Beach over there. But my eyes are always peeled, I'm always looking out already for tracks.
You're honed in.
Yeah. You are patrol now, and let's see what we encountered.
I'll tell you what we encountered. Turtle tracks, and lots of them. They crossed over each other like the frayed ends of a massive rope, and trying to untangle them was like unpicking a giant, sandy knot. It took us a while. We're back to the dinghy, which is suspiciously full of water. So we're bailing that, gonna go back to the boat, chill, probably catch up on some more sleep, ready for tonight. Because there was a lot of activity last night after we left, so fingers crossed we'll see something tonight. It's night 2. Got Derek and Christina with us this time. Find a turtle. I can talk normally for a few minutes because we are crossing to the other side of the island, doing this, checking the same beaches just in a slightly different route than we did last time. So we're going to Turtle Beach now, which is where we found loads of those tracks earlier. Obviously it's not long gone 10, so they've not had loads of time to come up and be active. It'd be amazing to see one laying, but even just new tracks, so we know that they're still coming up and making attempts, and laying would be cool. Unfortunately, by walking the other way around the island, we missed it. What's that, is a big nest. Amazing, okay.
We are back to the nest where we came last night with the fresh one. We're just about gonna confirm, see if there's any eggs. Brownie's gonna start digging away. Yeah, see if we can find some eggs.
Ingo had told us that where the sand is softest is where the eggs will be. I have a bone to pick with you, Ingo, because it's all soft. We didn't find them, but that's definitely a skill problem our end.
But the turtles came to us. Before we leave Klein, a free diving session off the back of our boat with Derek and Christina as curious turtles swim by to check us out. It's time for us to head back to the mainland of Curacao.
Out the car, hit by the strong smell of goat poop. Can't be Anthony. Sunscreen. Goat poop everywhere. Been told to park here for a smaller car.
Small cars need not apply to this dirt road. We jumped in the back of a truck with a bunch of strangers.
We are heading into Curacao, to another bay that was impacted by the sargassum crisis, in search of survivors. It's just like it's going to be a bit more logistically complex than last time. This bay is wide and long, with lots of water flowing in. We are going to need a big net and a lot of people, so it's a good thing that so many have showed up to help.
I really don't know how the actual conditions are. This is the first netting session after the sargasso influx. What a team! I need more people ready here!
The massive net is set. A line of volunteers stretches across the bay, splashing the surface to shepherd the turtles towards the trap. But beneath the surface, the water is a murky veil. With stingrays and stonefish in these waters, every reach into the dark is a bit of a gamble. The plan works, and it doesn't take long before the first turtles are being passed down the line.
The first one to this one. 251.
251.
Yes.
We have to number them, we're not allowed to name them, so I definitely did not call this one Shelvis Presley.
39.1.
34. 29.4.
And sometimes they crawl right in.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. Good job. Exactly.
Ah.
See, now they start crawling in.
Yeah.
Because they don't really like it.
Yeah. Can you
They're
close it?
uncomfortable. There you go.
Yeah. Put it down. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
A little bit more
Where
like
am I
this.
measuring? From here, from the bottom of
Yes.
that bit.
From the bottom of this to it's tiny too.
Tiny, that's like 5.9.
5.9. Okay.
And then they get a photo shoot because the Turtly Cool app has facial recognition. So next time we catch Shelvis, 251, we'll know it's him. Red towels are reserved for turtles with fibropapillomatosis, a turtle-specific herpes virus that triggers soft tissue tumours and can eventually turn fatal. We were lucky, if you can call it that, to only see mild cases here, but a far more tragic one does lie around the corner. For now, there is nowhere on the island to treat turtles with the virus, although that is going to change. We netted 20 turtles, one with an injured flipper taken in for care. You'll get to see her later, and the rest were released. In all, a successful day. We are, other than running late, going to Bed Point, Curacao, which is the surgery I've been to a couple of times, and they've been really, really good. And I wanted to, for the Sea Turtle Conservation Curacao, upgrade their medical kit. Because when we were doing some kind of practice bits at the start, Ard had some poor girl on the beach pretend to be wounded with a ketchup downer, and I went and got the medical box and I opened it out. There are like 100 alcohol wipes in there, and I don't think anything else. And I thought Ard was like, there's meant to be more in that. Obviously someone had taken stuff and used it and not let anyone know and not replaced it. It's the joys of working with volunteers. And I reached out to MedPoint Curacao, and they kindly agreed to sponsor them with an EpiPen. So we are going to go there and pick that up. Sea Turtle Conservation Curacao don't know about this yet. It will be a little surprise for them. We got your label out. What would you do without me?
I have my label stuck out.
Yeah, I'll have a much more peaceful life, I imagine.
Very.
So we are outside Porto Medico. Let's go get that EpiPen.
Hi. Here's your EpiPen. I'm really glad we came over with Porto Medico and with MedPoint because it's such a good cause. So I wish you all the best with it. Hope you don't need it, of course, but
If you do, now I've got one, so
yes.
thank you very much.
Yes, of course.
This is Zoe, Dr. Zoe from
Hi, I'm
MedPoint.
Zoe.
She's been absolutely brilliant, and yeah, thanks so much for the communications we've had and for sponsoring this. It's
Of
really
course,
appreciated.
you're welcome, and I love the turtles as well. I'm a volunteer as well, so we really have heart for the cause.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a great day. You too.
Bye.
Our phones buzzed. A message in the STCC group saying a large turtle has been spotted with a fishing hook in its mouth and a long line from it in deep waters.
Lots of blue shirts, that's nice. Official turtlers. This morning we got a report that there was a turtle seen, one of the big ones, without flipper tags. There's two really big ones here around. One with two flipper tags, the other without. But the one we have to catch is the one without flipper tags. Carapace, I think around 70 centimeters. So quite big. It's going to be quite a fight to get the turtle up and here on shore. The searchers are looking for the turtle, but not approaching it too much. Because you have to make sure that she stays where she is. In case she's going to swim away, we try to swim gently behind her. But you never know in what direction and how things go. She is at the end of the dike, we call it here. So that means that she's surrounded by deep blue waters. Grab the turtle. I'm going to make the turtle steering me at the beginning in circles. And if she's doing that really powerful, angry, I'm going to circle around quite quick. Nothing wrong with that, but just check every time I pass by if the regulator's still in my mouth. That's most important, yeah?
This isn't a simple netting session, which is why Tony, a former military diver, is down there on safety duty. Above the surface, I wait by the kayak-towed net, watching the bubbles and hoping for a result. As the divers disappeared into the deep, we had no idea that beneath us, a giant struggle was turning into a spectacle. A large sea turtle locked in a rhythmic waltz, spinning hard around and around in the deep, ever so slowly getting closer to the surface.
One. Okay, let's go. I'm going to take off my BCD. Perfect. Yep.
That was good. A long line.
Yeah, the line's really long. I'm going to clip off a bit. Make it easier. One, it's gonna be one of the Caracas Bay ones. Whoa, he's fat like crazy. Yeah, got it.
If this is difficult to watch, it's because it's meant to be. Looking into the eyes of a creature harmed by human activity is a rare, raw window into the reality of our impact and the quiet duty we have to make it right.
Ja, hij zit heel diep, dus dan gaan we wat we kunnen doen. Okay, the hook is too deep inside, so even a vet, for the vet will be difficult to get it out because it's so deep. Then you have to do a surgery on the throat, and that's really invasive. The line is quite thin, that means that the hook's also not that thick, and most of the time they rust away. So it's going to irritate them for a while, but at least the line's not longer here, with the risk of entanglements of the flippers, of the neck, whatever, and they are worse than the hooks are. Hooks rust away, but the lines cut like edges, knives. All right. Yeah, that's breathing.
Lettuce for turtles, those 23 rescued souls and new beginnings. Good morning, my handsomest of handsomes.
Good morning.
The number 1 husband. The current one.
The current one, yes.
How art thou?
I'm okay. Yeah, okay overall.
Good.
Can't complain.
What are we doing?
We've got a number of things to do today.
I got distracted by I picked up the camera at the worst time.
We are going to pick up Pat and Bree
Wait!
from the airport as they're back. Then we're going to pick up some lettuce
From the hydroponics.
from the hydroponics. Then we're going to go to the seaquarium.
Man's fighting for his life at this time of day.
Seaquarium to drop off the lettuce for the turtles, and then we're going to see Ard.
Yeah, the turtle clinic, how it's coming along, and do a little interview for him.
Yes,
The Sea Turtle Conservation Curacao.
indeed.
Well, this is a new experience. Now, it's kind of nice to see as well, because it's kind of part more of the community and the economy, but also get to benefit from STCC and everything it's doing for the turtles. This is a great example. Well, yeah, of conservation, bringing more work and opportunity to others as well. So, really good to see that. You might wonder why we're hauling crates of lettuce to the local aquarium. This is for the 23 survivors rescued from the suffocating grip of the sargassum. Through the partnership with STCC, the aquarium has become a sanctuary where they regain their strength before the community comes together to return them to the open blue. Watching them swim here, it's easy to forget the struggle that brought them to us. What we couldn't have known was the mark they would leave on us.
Time to meet Ard, and the beginning of the dream for Curaçao's Turtle Centre.
Education and awareness. This is going to be like but we also want to create something for the local youth here. Yeah, so this is going to be the entrance of the rescue part. Let's go inside.
Yeah.
Here is behind this, all the magic's going to happen, because this here is going to be the surgery room.
My favourite room.
Well, surgery is of course a big word for what we do. It's not covering everything. It's going to be the dedicated room for the treatments. We can like store the turtles over there if they have to stay inside in smaller tanks, a smaller amount of water. But that's, let's say, the high care, intensive care. And then outside here we're going to create the tanks for medium care, and more to the right than the low care, so the turtles that are almost ready to be released, but get them ready to be released afterwards. Yeah. That's the plan, to get them back into the ocean. They are very resilient, even with 2 flippers you can put them back, depends on which ones they are, but tripods we have them a lot. So an amputation is not a reason to keep them here, it's a reason to treat them here, get them ready to reproduce, because we have to get them in the ocean to get more eggs in the sand and more hatchlings. Yeah.
This is going to be a turtle community centre, not just where turtles receive care, but with educational activities, research and collaboration to benefit the whole community, bringing tourism and employment opportunities. And like we said earlier, even just when we went to pick up the lettuce to feed the turtles, it's like, well, you know, the ecotourism and conservation done right, it benefits the whole community.
Exactly.
There's
yes.
more work in so many ways.
Yeah.
And nobody thinks about lettuce and turtles, but there we go, the hydroponics benefit from the turtles. So.
And these people visited, for example, the turtles over there too, because of course they wanted to know what is done with their lettuce, and they were amazed, and it's very good for them too to see how what they do affects nature.
The boat is a mess. I'm sorting lots of things out. So we got back from a snorkel just around the corner to find that there'd been a nest on one of the beaches, which people didn't think turtles were nesting on. So we had no idea about it until there was a message that there were loads of hatchlings coming out of the sand. And sadly we'd missed it because it's the other side of the island and we'd been snorkeling, and by the time we got back. But one of the rescue teams got there from STCC and they excavated the nest and they found one last hatchling, popped her in a bucket, because ideally they'd have got as many as possible anyway into the bucket to release just after sunset when there's like less birds hunting and things, to give them the best chance. So we're going to have a quick dinner of the extraordinarily spicy soup that Tony has made. Woo! And jump in the dinghy, to jump in the car and get there and record this little one's first crawl and first swim. And I am so excited to be privileged enough to witness this. There's a truck. Let's go. Oh yeah, let's go find them. They did say they might just be a little bit behind us.
And then I cover it up and we're going to release it.
How precious. Yeah. So that's where the nest was. We're just waiting for people to clear up and leave. So otherwise the baby turtle's gonna go towards them because it's bright and they go towards the light rather than out to sea. And hopefully by then the jet ski will have gone as well.
Ook nog foto's. Ik mag van jullie sturen wel door naar mij, hè? Oh. Okay, I will put it down. Get the light away a little bit. It has to find its own way. The ocean is calling, my dear. Oh, look at the tracks. Don't step on the tracks. Kom maar kijken! Omdat dat zijn de roofvissen. Gone.
Hi.
We'd had a message to say that Ard had picked up a stranded turtle, from our anchorage in fact, and taken it to be assessed. Not wanting to miss out on a turtle opportunity, we'd wolfed down yet more of the world's spiciest soup and jumped into the car. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Anyway, as I was saying, Ard literally just did a turtle rescue right in our anchorage, and I said, oh, if I'd known, we could have gone and got it. But now we get to use it. I think it's in the box just outside the classroom, as it were.
There has been a bit of an unfortunate miscommunication because the turtle is very much deceased.
This was her last crawl. To look at her, as Ingo said, is to see a teenager who never got to grow up. As a nurse, I'm no stranger to the difficult reality of the body, so I stepped in to help. The scene was grim and the odour strong, but we all stayed because investigating the why is the only way to protect those she left behind. The why didn't require much deduction. She was heavily burdened by fibropapillomatosis tumours, but that was only half the story. A length of fishing line trailed from her mouth, a clear sign of an internal hook that likely turned a difficult life into an impossible one.
I think this turtle was so weakened because of the FP that it got so skinny, because it couldn't find the food properly because of the tumors on the eye. They're not that big yet. It could still see.
Yeah.
But I think the tumors just affected it this much that it stopped eating. Because this is extreme. It's extremely skinny. The whole plastron is fallen in. You can literally see the bones here. These are bones too.
Wow.
This is a bone. And these are perfect candidates for treatment in the rescue center. I think there's a hook somewhere that probably perforated the stomach.
Her story ended here, but the data gathered from her will be the fuel that drives the next rescue and the reason that STCC keep coming back to the water.
Just in the quota.
What first drew you to working with sea turtles?
I was asked to participate in this specific project, but I could not participate because I had to go to the States, Fort Lauderdale, for coaching the national judo team of Curacao. And it's a bit the opposite. The kids, I had to make sure that the kids were sleeping at night as a coach, but I saw the red lights at the beach over there. Fort Lauderdale means nesting beach. So when they were sleeping at night, I sneaked out of the hotel, and every single night of the tournament I went to the beach. Last night I took the kids out, and on the way back in the plane I decided I have to join the turtle project in Curacao because it was so amazing what I saw there in the States.
So did you see the turtles each night going out and laying?
We saw them hatching, we saw them laying, we saw them getting lost because of the light pollution.
Yeah.
So yeah, the whole palette of things we saw already there. Yes.
Judo to turtles, that's quite the path.
As a child, I absolutely did not know what to do with my life. I did some tests, and it turned out it had to become an ambulance driver. Well, and at the end, yeah, I'm a kind of an ambulance driver, jumping around and saving animals. Yes, yeah.
Can you share a memorable rescue or rehabilitation story?
Yeah, the most intense one for me was a CPR on a small turtle. Never expected to be able to do so, but also not being in the circumstances.
I wasn't expecting this.
No,
you're an ambulance driver.
Yes, but even being the ambulance driver, it was really a big surprise for me. I attended once a workshop in one of the World Congresses about turtles and CPR, and I watched 2 short videos on YouTube about how to do CPR on a turtle. We were at a spot, we were informed already that there was a small turtle swimming in a mas bangu net. The small fishes like sardines they catch here in Curacao, and when they get these nets close to shore, you get these layers of nets on the bottom. So one turtle was spotted in the net, but when I arrived there I couldn't find the turtle anymore. So I started looking around and I found the turtle on the bottom and completely entangled in the net. Brought it up, and I was like, well, I'm too late. But first upside down, getting the water out, 20 minutes breathing, opening the beak a little bit, and it's so tiny and small, but breathing, massaging, and suddenly he bit my lip. So that was the most amazing kiss I ever got in my life.
I wasn't expecting that as an answer at all. That's phenomenal. And what are your hopes for the future of Curacao's turtles in 10 to 20 years from now?
I really hope that we are going to be able to encourage people to change the mindset of the locals here, to educate, to outreach, because in 20 years I'm not longer able to rescue turtles. And there has to be a next generation doing so, but hopefully we don't have to rescue that much anymore, and we are all aware of how important this whole system is for us as an island. And we're not talking only about the nature value, they are on top of the triangle of the ecosystem, but also the economic value of the island. We really have to make clear to the people here that the future of Curacao depends for quite a big part on the development of tourism, and we have to change the way we invite and entertain people here on Curacao to make it a more sustainable situation, because otherwise it will be done in 10 to 20 years. We're going to destroy a part of the future of the island. I think it's that bad.
End on a happy note.
Yeah.
I'll try and do that. What gives you hope?
More and more people are involved. We get the opportunity now to start a sea turtle rescue center. More than that, a sea turtle center where in a holistic way we work on education, outreach, invite scientists, cure, heal sick animals. So that gives us the opportunity to be more present, and that's what I see here in local press as well. There is a group of people that's absolutely aware of the value of all this. Now we have to be more present, tell the real story, and it's up to us to do so, but I'm pretty sure that the people are going to listen to this. There is a change going on.
I think you're doing great work, and thank you so much for your time and all your efforts, and hopefully we'll come back in a few years and see something amazing happening.
Very welcome to join, and thank you too for participating and being part of the family.
It's a
like
good
it
family
is.
to be part of. Yeah.
It is a great family to be part of, yes, and that is something we have to realize, and that's, I think, COVID made that really clear to me. It's so easy to get disconnected from the real world, but nature gives us so many opportunities to get connected again, and if you can do that together with beautiful people, well, why
Beautiful
not?
things happen.
Exactly.
And one last thing before we wrap it up is when we were doing our training the first week, Ard had me open up the first aid kit, and some cheeky volunteer had used most of it and left nothing in there.
That was true.
And I was like, I'm good, but I'm not that good. So we would like to gift you
Wow.
a bit more of a medical kit, and in here, sponsored by Porto Medico, and I believe Dr. Zoe is one of your volunteers, they have sponsored you with an EpiPen as well.
Oh wow.
So in case of any
Yes.
marine envenomations while you're down dirt tracks on army base areas, you've got that, and bandages and gauze and other bits and bobs.
Fantastic,
So
fantastic.
you now have a slightly happier medical kit.
And it's really good that you stress this, because we are often so focused on the health of animals that we forget about ourselves. And it
Easily
starts
done.
with ourselves, yes. As long as you're not healthy yourself, you cannot be ready to help others. So thank you so much. This is a great addition.
You're
So
very
we're going to
welcome.
use it for sure. Thanks a lot.
Oh, that's a pleasure. Good morning, everybody. It's early morning at about 5:40. Excuse me. Oh no. Well, it's a really big day because it is turtle release day from the, I think, 19 turtles we're releasing today. In the sea aquarium back into the wild that were rescued in the sargassum crisis. Yeah, just a really special day. I'm very excited. Almost as excited as I am, in fact, for caffeine right now. Morning, Ingo.
Morning!
How is it going, and what are your plans for the
It's
first bit?
going very well today. We're here at the sea aquarium because today we're going to release some sea turtles we rescued earlier in the year out of the sargassum seaweed. We are right now setting up the measuring area over there. After that we're going to start catching the turtles and making sure everything is ready for the release.
I'm excited, I bet you are as well.
Yeah, I am very excited.
Yeah, big day.
It is a very big day.
The turtles have been moved from their rehabilitation tanks into the bigger outdoor area to help them adjust, ready for the open ocean. It does mean we're going to have to catch them all. And of course they'll be health checked and measured before their final journey back to freedom. What I wasn't ready for is how the whole community comes together for this. These volunteers are just the start. Obviously step 1 of the process is catch the turtles. Yeah, so they're going to catch 18, 19 turtles this morning. Because they've been spoilt rotten with lots of... They associate us with food now. So they shouldn't be too hard to catch because I think they'll just assume they're going to get fed. They're very curious already. And then they cottoned on. So this beautiful lady has an injured fin, but she's rehabbed so well, and she's very strong despite it. So she's ready to go. Sheldon Cooper, Mary Shelley, Sylvester Stallone, Sherlock Holmes, and Florence Nightingale.
It's very soft, isn't it? Yeah.
Last turtle.
Hiyo everybody.
Got Ard and Manu who are going to just summarise what it's been like working together in partnership between STC and the Seaquarium.
Right, yeah, we came just out of the water, caught all the turtles that were in here, and to be honest, it went as smooth as the whole procedure went. Great collaboration. We know each other for a longer time, but it's always amazing. As soon as we have something, we need help, we can call Manu and his team. They help us out. Of course, we're totally different organizations, but as we talk about the care for nature, we'll find each other. And sometimes there are some little hiccups, but that's part of the process, knowing each other better. They've been here for half a year, so that's a really, really long time. Thank you a lot for all the effort you put in these beautiful creatures here, caring them, curing them, and really happy that we can release them now today and make it a team effort.
Yeah, correct. I completely agree with you, Art. Again, very proud and happy to be able to collaborate and work together. Like he said, you guys are always welcome here. I hope that we don't have a lot of these situations again, but we know now that definitely the collaboration works very well, the communication works very well, and on the welfare of the animals, we're very happy to have help the turtles gain strength, confidence, and make them more resilient for the release. So we're very proud today. I agree with Art too, it's going very smooth. We're going to make the best out of it, and of course, again, the doors are open for any future collaboration.
Keep on going.
Yeah, man.
And Tony has also had a change of profession very dramatically. What are you now, Tony?
N for nurse, so...
You're the turtle nurse?
Yes.
For one of the
Brian
turtles.
told me never to be a nurse, so...
Repeatedly. Repeatedly.
Here we go.
Well, you can surprise me, I'm sure.
Well, we'll wait and see.
So Tony's going to be looking after one of the turtles in the back of the trucks.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's not tiny.
Not tiny.
Not tiny.
You can be looking after a bigger turtle then. Yellow dots. A simple, safe way to see where they go next. Stationed on cliffs the next morning, volunteers watched for those markers as the sun rose, and they weren't disappointed. Seeing the first turtles return to their old feeding grounds proves just how faithful these creatures are to their home. If they won't give up on these waters, neither can we. The police are giving a talk to the drivers of the cars because there's a 20-car convoy, a carper turtle plus police and anyone else that's following, so it's going to be a pretty big thing. Everyone's hello, leaving with their turtles.
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty chilled.
Yeah.
I think they're exhausted.
Yeah, I bet they are. and we really were getting a police escort.
Make way for the turtles!
So we're here, getting all the cars in, it's a challenge, but there's the volunteers, there's locals, there's the police, there's school kids. This is really lovely to see. Yeah, maybe because I'm tired, but even a little bit emotional. Yeah, really positive. In my time as a nurse, I've seen that healing is rarely a solo effort. It takes a village. And Curacao offered more than that for these little turtles today.
Alright, it's time for the release. Let's go. Let's pick up the turtles and move slowly towards the water.
I'm really excited.
6 months ago, a disaster in the Sargassum threatened to be the death sentence for an entire generation of local turtles. But Curacao didn't just watch. This community stood up, from the first frantic rescues to months of daily care. The heartbeats of the survivors were carried on the shoulders of people who refused to let them go. And today, that journey comes full circle, as we return them to the blue. Not just as turtles, but as symbols of what happens when an entire community cares. As the last turtle meets the surf for the first time in 6 months, it's clear that this was only ever half the story. The rest of it is warm-blooded, warm-hearted, and entirely human. It is, quite simply, the best of us. And while we can't stay here forever, new winds and new horizons are already calling us. Back in Curacao, the work continues. More research, more hatchlings, and a hope that never fades. For the turtles of Curacao, this was our story, and it was more than worth staying for.